Good evening. My name is Jeff Coleman, the current president of the American Concrete Institute, at least for one more day. I want to welcome you to the President's reception and the awards presentation of the virtual Spring ACI Concrete Convention. During this program, we'll recognize recipients of ACI's annual awards. And I want to thank you all for participating in our virtual convention this past week. Let's face it, it's been quite a year. It wasn't exactly the year that I signed up for, but it's the year that I've served as your president. And it's been a great honor to serve as your president, regardless, in light of COVID-19. I kicked off the year talking about the presidential objectives that I wanted to achieve. One was thanking our members and our volunteers. And I want to continue that this evening. I want to give a great thank you to all of the members who are involved with ACI. And those of you who are here at the President's reception, I would almost call key volunteers, because you're some of the most active participants in the ACI committee operations and the ACI business. So I want to thank all of you for all of your service. We have a tradition of making you fellows, and then we ask for even more participation by you. And I just want to recognize the fact that so many of you make what we do possible. And all of the documents and the work that we perform and produce, the standards, the guides, the reports, are all due to the fabulous work by ACI volunteers. Next is our ACI staff. You may not realize it, but most of our ACI staff have not seen their offices in a year. I saw some of the videos of the ACI annual meeting, the staff meeting, and in some cases, individuals' plants had grown across the hallways because nobody's been there for a year. And in spite of all of that, our ACI staff has continued the business of the Institute, has continued always advancing in light of COVID-19. And I could not be more proud and thankful for the work that all of the ACI staff has undertaken this past year. The next area that I wanted to initiate this year and continue this year was involvement with our what I call partner organizations. Some are domestic partner organizations, some are international partner organizations. And of course, I had great plans to visit many of our partner organizations, and I was unable to do so. But we made the best of it. I had 17 meetings with our international partners. I've had 17 meetings with domestic and international chapters, along with 25 more recent meetings with ACI chapters to talk about the ACI Foundation. I can tell you that with very few exceptions, our chapters have been doing a fabulous job of continuing the operations of the American Concrete Institute and their individual chapters. And in many instances, they're reaching more people than they ever reached before through the virtual formats that we're undertaking. I can also tell you that we've worked hard to maintain relationships with our international partners in the concrete world, as well as our domestic partners in the concrete world. We've worked hard to build bridges and maintain those, because we're all better when we work together. Finally, my primary objective this year has been the ACI Foundation, and I hope you've come away this year with a better understanding of the missions of the ACI Foundation, namely scholarships, research, and the Strategic Development Council, which is our strategic think tank in the American Concrete Institute. And of course, the fourth aspect of the foundation has been development, which I've learned is a politically correct word for fundraising. The foundation cannot do what it does without raising funds for the scholarships, fellowships, research projects, and strategic thinking. Last fall, I launched the ACI President's $1 Million Challenge. I thought it was a stretch, and I wanted it to be a stretch. But I have to tell you, we have achieved our goal, not only of raising $1 million for the ACI Foundation, but exceeding $1 million for the ACI Foundation. We have been helped by some major, generous donors. There was a major gift in honor of past President Robert Mast. The Carolinas chapter has funded a major fellowship. Professor Surinder P. Shaw and his students and supporters have been major contributors. Master Builders Solutions has a major contributor. The estate of William Maloney has been a major contributor. The Greater Miami Valley ACI chapter stepped up and created a matching fund for our annual fund drive. The Ontario ACI chapter has stepped up and made a major contribution for a scholarship. And then, last but not least, AOE has been a major contributor for a few years now. I cannot thank those people enough, and I'm so humbled and honored by the contributions that have been made. There are also over 110 of us who've contributed anything from $25 to $10,000, and those have made a major impact as well. But I do want to make a special thank you to my friend and past president, Dan Baker, who, when I explained to him that we were close to closing the gap on our $1 million challenge, he stepped up and made a contribution to get us over the goal line. So thank you, Dan, and thank you to Baker Concrete. Now, let's turn to the awards portion of our program. Every year, through an open nomination process, ACI bestows awards to individuals and organizations that have shown exceptional service and dedication to ACI. First off, the Arthur R. Anderson Medal was awarded to ACI fellow Bruce A. Supernaut in recognition of outstanding contributions to the advancement of knowledge of concrete as a construction material. Supernaut is the technical director of the American Society of Concrete Contractors. The Arthur R. Anderson Medal is given for outstanding contributions to the advancement of knowledge of concrete as a construction material. Next, ACI fellow Steve Lloyd has received the Roger H. Corbetta Concrete Constructor Award in recognition of his dedicated passion for advocating the concrete finisher and improving the quality of concrete construction through his generous contributions of knowledge and experience. Steve Lloyd is owner and founder of Lloyd Concrete Services and Maxcrete Inc., concrete floors in Forest, Virginia. The Roger H. Corbetta Concrete Constructor Award is given annually to an individual or an organization that has made significant contributions to progress in methods of concrete construction. Next, ACI fellow Heather J. Brown received the Joe W. Kelly Award for helping define, guide, and develop the nationally renowned concrete industry management program, thus helping prepare future leaders for the concrete construction industry. Heather J. Brown is a professor in the School of Concrete and Construction Management at Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The Joe W. Kelly Award is given for outstanding contributions to education in the broad field of concrete. Next, ACI fellow Keith Kesner has received the Henry L. Kennedy Award in recognition of outstanding leadership in the development of the standard for assessment and repair of concrete structures, and for leadership in the process for code adoption of that standard, and for outstanding contribution using webinars, conference presentations, and technical publications to advance the art and technology of concrete assessment and repair. Keith Kesner is a senior project manager with CVM Engineers, Inc. in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. The Henry L. Kennedy Award is given for outstanding technical or administrative service to the Institute. ACI fellow Dominic J. Kelly was given the Alfred E. Lindau Award in recognition of outstanding contributions to reinforced concrete design practice. He is a senior principal of Simpson, Gumpert, and Hager, located in Waltham, Massachusetts. The Alfred E. Lindau Award is given for outstanding contributions to reinforced concrete design practice. Next, Baker Concrete Construction has been awarded the Henry C. Turner Medal for decades of unwavering support for the American Concrete Institute by championing contractor participation on technical and board committees, by strongly supporting student member activities, and providing significant financial backing and executive leadership to the organization. An ACI honorary member and past president, Dan Baker's commitment to the construction industry is evident by his involvement throughout the years, participating in countless organizations on both membership and leadership roles. The Henry C. Turner Medal is given for notable achievements in or service to the concrete industry. Congratulations to Baker Concrete. The Charles S. Whitney Medal is bestowed on ACI fellow Barzin Mobasher in recognition of outstanding contributions to the design and analysis of fiber-reinforced concrete through his enthusiastic committee leadership and advocacy for new ACI design guides for structural applications. He is a professor of civil and environmental engineering at the School of Sustainable Engineering and the Built Environment at Arizona State University in Tempe, Arizona. This award is given for noteworthy engineering development work in concrete design or construction. ACI fellow Karen Roberts-Woolman received the Cedric Wilson Lightweight Aggregate Concrete Award in recognition of outstanding contributions in the research, implementation, and use of lightweight aggregate in concrete bridge structures. She is a professor in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Virginia Tech, Blacksburg, Virginia. This award is given for outstanding contributions in the areas of innovation, materials and design, in lightweight aggregate, lightweight concrete, and lightweight concrete masonry. Next, 3 individuals were bestowed the ACI Certification Award. Xiomara Sapon Roldan is the Training and Outreach Manager at the Cement and Concrete Institute of Guatemala. She is awarded for outstanding service on ACI certification committees and dedication in developing, promoting, supporting, and delivering ACI certification programs. Peter Stamatopoulos is the Quality Control Manager of Elmhurst Chicago Stone Company and Certification Chair of the ACI Illinois Chapter. ACI Fellow Don Miller is the Executive Director of the ACI Las Vegas Chapter and the ACI Rocky Mountain Chapter. They are both recognized for outstanding dedication and commitment to improving, promoting, supporting, and delivering ACI certification programs. Next, David Shepard received the ACI Concrete Sustainability Award for his collaborative outreach in promoting concrete sustainability and his dedication to education and advocacy of concrete as a premier sustainable material. He is a region manager for the Concrete Reinforcing Steel Institute based in Schaumburg, Illinois. The ACI Concrete Sustainability Award recognizes individuals or teams who have made contributions in highlighting concrete's role related to sustainability. ACI Fellow Ronald Vaughn received the ACI Education Award for 45 years of tireless work advocating ACI educational activities through organization and involvement in countless seminars, committees, and educational leadership. He is the Director of Technical Services for Northeast Solite Corporation of Saugerties, New York. This award recognizes individuals who have made notable contributions to the advancement of initiatives by the ACI Educational Activities Committee. Next, ACI Fellow and ACI Past President and my friend William E. Rushing, Jr. was awarded the ACI Strategic Advancement Award for his outstanding leadership in the development of long-term strategic pillars for ACI and his passionate engagement in the implementation of the ACI Strategic Plan. He is a Vice President and Manager of the Civil and Environmental Engineering Department at Waldemar S. Nelson & Company, New Orleans, Louisiana. This award recognizes individuals or organizations who provide support in the implementation of membership and customer satisfaction, the quality of ACI programs, products, and services, and global credibility and impact. 3 individuals have received the ACI Young Member Award for Professional Achievement. Ashley Hossack is honored for her contributions to advancing the quality of concrete through technology and the education of both students and ACI members. She is a materials engineer at Gemtech Consulting Engineers and Scientists Limited in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. Samer Haas is awarded for her passionate engagement of students and other young professionals in ACI programs and promotion of student memberships. She is an engineer with the Code and Standards Department in the International Code Council Central Regional Office, Country Club Hills, Illinois. Next, Catherine Lucero is recognized for her intense dedication to the advancement of the concrete industry and her commitment to our national infrastructure. She is a civil engineer at the Concrete and Structural Laboratory at the Bureau of Reclamation in Denver, Colorado. Next, 5 ACI members received the Delmar L. Bloom Distinguished Service Award. Liberato Ferrara was honored for outstanding leadership of ACI Committee 544 on fiber-reinforced concrete. He is Associate Professor of Structural Analysis and Design at the Politecnico di Milano in Italy. ACI Fellow Mark Jolin was recognized for outstanding leadership of ACI Committee 506 on shotcreting. He is a professor in the Department of Civil and Water Engineering at Laval University, Quebec City, Quebec, Canada. Devin K. Harris was awarded for outstanding leadership of ACI Committee 342, Evaluation of Concrete Bridges and Bridge Elements. He is an associate professor in the Department of Engineering, Systems, and Environment at the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, Virginia. Eric Musselman was honored for outstanding leadership of ACI Committee 435, Deflection of Concrete Building Structures. He is an associate professor and chair of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Villanova University, Villanova, Pennsylvania. Anton Schindler was recognized for outstanding leadership of ACI Committee 237, Self-Consolidating Concrete. He is the director of the Highway Research Center and Mountain Spirit Professor at Auburn University, Auburn, Alabama. Next, 4 Chapter Activities Awards have been bestowed. First, ACI Fellow Katie Bartogé is awarded for vision, leadership, and dedication to advancing the ACI Rocky Mountain chapter in the concrete construction industry. She is the manager of the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation's Concrete and Structural Laboratory in Denver, Colorado. Next, Christian Orozco was honored for active and consistent contribution to the ACI Philippines chapter in leading ACI certification programs, providing technical expertise, and expanding membership of students and professionals, and as an effective ACI Philippines chapter leader. He is an assistant professor in the Institute of Civil Engineering at the University of Philippines, Diliman. Next, Roberto Rilfanzo was awarded for leadership, enthusiasm, and dedication while president of the ACI Italy chapter in promoting the chapter activities and visibility at national and international levels. He is an associate professor at the Department of Civil Engineering in the University Salerno, Fisciano, Italy. Kyle Adam Poff was recognized for outstanding effort and dedication to the success and growth of the ACI Nebraska chapter and ongoing promotion and expansion of the certification program. He is the general manager at Kearney Concrete Company in Kearney, Nebraska. Anahid Barusi received the Walter P. Moore Jr. Faculty Achievement Award for blending new technologies, hands-on experiences, and storytelling to motivate students and to make concrete design concepts tangible. She is in her 5th year as an assistant professor at the California Polytechnic State University, San Luis Obispo, California. My friend ACI fellow Antonio Nani, or to us, Tony Nani, has received the ACI Foundation Arthur J. Bose Award for outstanding research in concrete and pioneering work with fiber-reinforced polymer composites, along with the knowledge, leadership, and accomplishments to bring applied research into practice for the development of ACI guidelines, standards, codes, and specifications for the concrete industry. He is professor and chair of the Department of Civil, Architectural, and Environmental Engineering at the University of Miami, Coral Gables, Florida. The Concrete Research Council gives this award for outstanding research in the structural concrete field or for outstanding contributions to the advancement of concrete technology through application of the results of structural concrete research. Michael D.A. Thomas received the ACI Foundation Robert E. Filio Award for original research and implementation in standards and industry practice on concrete durability related to resistance to freezing and thawing, alkali aggregate reactions, corrosion of steel, and the use of fly ash and other cementitious materials in improving the durability and sustainability of concrete. He is a professor in the Department of Civil Engineering at the University of New Brunswick, Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. The Robert E. Filio Award of the Concrete Research Council is given in recognition of outstanding research in the concrete materials field or for outstanding contributions to the advancement of concrete technology through application of the results of concrete materials research. Next, ACI fellow Claude Bedard received the ACI Foundation Jean-Claude Roumain Innovation in Concrete Award for lifelong contributions to innovation in concrete applications as an early adapter and implementation facilitator. He is the president of Euclid Admixture Canada, Inc. of St. Hubert, Quebec, Canada, and the vice president of Admixture Marketing of the Euclid Chemical Company of Cleveland, Ohio. This award for industry innovation was established by the Strategic Development Council in memory of Jean-Claude Roumain, a lifetime SDC supporter. We will now recognize the individuals who received one of ACI's awards for papers for their work published in the calendar year 2019. Julio F. Davalos and Maria Kristik received the ACI Construction Award for their paper on field application of recycled glass pozzolan for concrete published in the July 2019 issue of the ACI Materials Journal. Julio F. Davalos is a professor and Maria Kristik a postdoctoral researcher and adjunct lecturer with the Department of Civil Engineering at the City College of New York. The ACI Construction Award is intended to enrich the literature in construction practices and to honor the workers whose resourcefulness produces a completed structure from drawings and specifications. Issam Herek and Abhitha Paris are the recipients of the ACI Design Award for their paper on improving the durability of impact-damaged PC bridge girders using CFRP rod panel retrofit, published February 2019 in SP-331. Issam Herek is a professor in the Department of Civil Engineering and the Structures Program Manager at the Kentucky Transportation Center, University of Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky. Abhitha Paris is a research engineer at the Kentucky Transportation Center. The ACI Design Award recognizes advanced concepts and techniques applied to a specific design project. Next, the Meta A. Sozan Award for Excellence in Structural Research was awarded to Carlos Melendez, Luis Paredes, Juan Sagacita, and Pedro Miguel Sosa for their research paper on refined three-dimensional strut and tie model for analysis and design of four-pile caps, published in the July 2019 issue of the ACI Structural Journal. Carlos Melendez is a structural engineer at Estico, Madrid, Spain. Luis Paredes is an associate professor in the Department of Construction Engineering and Civil Engineering Projects and the School of Civil Engineering at the Universitat Politécnica de la Valencia, Valencia, Spain. Juan Sagaceta is a senior lecturer in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at the University of Surrey, Guildford, United Kingdom. And Pedro F. Miguel Sosa is a full professor in the Department of Construction Engineering and Civil Engineering Projects at the Universitat Politécnica de la Valencia. This award is given for a peer-reviewed paper published by the Institute that describes a notable achievement in experimental or analytical research that advances the theory or practice of structural engineering and most importantly recommends how the research can be applied to design. The Wasson Medal for Materials Research was awarded to Leo Barclay and Mervyn Kowalski for their paper Critical Bending Strain of Reinforcing Steel and the Buckled Bar Tension Test, published in the May 2019 issue of the ACI Materials Journal. Leo Barclay is a structural engineer at Kimley Horn & Associates in Raleigh, North Carolina. Mervyn Kowalski is the Christopher W. Clark Distinguished Professor of Structural Engineering and the Director of the Constructed Facilities Laboratory in the Department of Civil, Construction, and Environmental Engineering at North Carolina State University, Raleigh, North Carolina. The Wasson Medal for Materials Research is bestowed annually for a peer-reviewed paper published by the Institute on original research work on concrete materials and their use, or a discovery that advances the state of knowledge of materials used in the concrete construction industry. The Wasson Medal for Most Meritorious Paper was awarded to Nawaf Al-Taibi, Wassam Michel Ganoum, and James O. Yursa for their paper on shear behavior of full-scale reinforced concrete members strengthened with anchored carbon fiber-reinforced polymer strips, published in the November 19 issue of the ACI Structural Journal. Nawaf Al-Taibi is an assistant professor in civil engineering at Kuwait University, Kuwait City, Kuwait. Wasim Ganoum is an associate professor in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at the University of Texas in San Antonio. And ACI honorary member and past president James Yursa is the Janet S. Cockrell Chair Emeritus at the University of Texas at Austin. The Wasson Medal for Most Meritorious Paper is given each year to the author or authors of the most meritorious paper published by the Institute. Congratulations to all of our outstanding ACI awardees. And I want to thank you for joining me in this President's Reception. This concludes the main stage portion of our event. We'll now conclude with the networking breakouts. Please leave the main stage and join a networking breakout of your choosing. Thank you for attending the ACI President's Reception, and thank you for the opportunity to serve you as your president.